Hey, what's up, you amazing hackers? So I've just had some amazing news and I'm sorry I can't share it with you, but I still want to share something with you. So I've made this bundle for you guys, which will include my mobile bug bounty course for Android and my big bug bounty course pre-order, which will release soon. Now the video you guys are about to watch is part of that course. It's only a very small part. The course will be huge. So if you guys are interested in that, again, a link will be in the description below with a pretty big discount right now, because the course in and of itself would be $250 and the mobile would be $30 in and of itself. So again, link in the description. Enjoy, you amazing hackers. Hey, what's up, you amazing hacker? Now, before you start this amazing course, there are a couple of things you're going to need to know about bug bounties, because in my opinion, there's quite a lot of misconceptions, and I want to clear them up for you right now. So let's get into that, shall we? First of all, a few of the pointers. Bug bounties is not hunting for bugs, guys. The name says it, but it's a misguiding name if you ask me. More about that why later. Bug bounties is not the same as hacking and pen testing. Keep that in mind, guys, really important. It's not a reliable way of getting money. A lot of people want to do bug bounties full time. It can be possible, but you will have to start thinking differently. More about that later. And bug bounties is not exploitative of researchers, guys. Contrary to what some of you might believe, I do not believe that bug bounties or bug bounty platforms are taking advantage of us. More about that later as well. We'll start about bug bounty is not hunting for bugs first. So in my opinion, bug hunting is completely the wrong name. Actually, what we're doing is we're not hunting for bugs, because hunting for bugs would imply that we know for sure that there are bugs in there. No, what we're doing is we're actually testing a target against our skill set and against our own methodology. That's basically what we're doing here. What we don't do is we don't hunt for bugs, guys. We don't hunt for money. What we're actually doing is testing our target. And be mindful, because this is not a target that's completely new to the market, guys. This target has been tested before, and possibly quite a lot. So we have to have an advanced skill level and methodology for this. If you're not any familiar with the regular pen testing vulnerabilities that can be found, if you're not really familiar with damn vulnerable web application, if you're not really familiar with the basics of all of these vulnerability types, you're going to struggle a little bit more. But let's get you sorted out on that. So that's what this course is for. Bug bounties, for my opinion, it's not the same as hacking or pen testing at all. Pen testers, they are the very first people to get to their target. We come last in line. If we're lucky, we get to become after the pen testers. We get a private invite. There might be many hackers. If we're not lucky, we pick a program that's been out for months and months at a time. And that's going to be a little bit more difficult, of course, but that's where our mindsets need to change a little bit, guys, because I want to assure you that every single tester is special. In my day job, I'm a software tester, and I deal a lot with people. And I've noticed that everybody has their unique style of testing. And in software testing, we have to define our test cases, and we all have to test exactly the same thing. That's not the case in bug bounties. The cool thing about bug bounties, guys, is that you can do whatever you want. If you want to do cross-site scripting, let's learn JavaScript and go for it. If you want to do XXC, let's learn how XML parsers work, shall we? We can't think the same way as a pen tester does, because a pen tester, he does think a little bit more like those software testers that I work with a lot. Because pen testers, they can use a set methodology, and in essence, they're expected to have a little bit of a methodology. You always have to look for either SQL injection, cross-site scripting. There's different things that you always have to test for, and you always have to follow something. We can't do that, because if we always follow the same methodology, we're never going to find any bugs, guys. If we always follow the same steps, that's not going to happen. Somebody already did that before us. All of that low-hanging fruit, that really low-hanging fruit is gone. Companies aren't going to become like a bug bounty target if they're not really even sure, like, okay, am I secure? No, they're going to make sure they're secure. You can be damn sure about that. So we need to adapt. We need to make sure that we have this special thing. And I know that each and every one of you who's looking at this has it in you. We all have something amazing inside of us, each and every single one of you, and I want you to look for it very, very deeply. For me, I'm a software tester, so my logic skills are beyond what they should be. I'm really good at that stuff. I know the development process inside and out because I've also been a developer. I've been a networks engineer. I've seen it all. So that's kind of my advantage over other people. And I try to leverage that as much as possible. I'll actually go and look for business logic vulnerabilities. I'll look for some cool cross-site scripting stuff because I really like the JavaScript. I've been programming in JavaScript. Now, I hated it when I had to program in it, but now that I get to hack JavaScript, I'm a big fan because JavaScript, if you don't use it properly, you guys know what can happen. You need to sanitize your input there. And if you don't, well, that's amazing for us, of course. Now, our hacking skills, what we are going to do as bug bounty hunters, guys, and this is super important. Pen testers have their set methodology that they're going to follow. We are going to fill in the gaps that set methodology can't detect. And that's where we come in as bug bounty hunters. We have some crazy ideas. We are the inventors. We are the people who come up with new stuff all of the time. Use that to your advantage and do that for your target. Think of new ways to test your target constantly, but to do that, you first need to have a solid basis of what you're doing. So again, let's get you sorted out on that, guys. For me, really important, bug bounties are never a reliable way of getting money. And this is super important because even if you're the best hunter in the world, even if you're consistently finding bugs that are not duplicates, that are not informative, even if you are the keep reporting bugs and bugs and bugs, guys, it's not going to matter because the companies decide when to fix it and when they pay you out. Now, of course, they will fix it. That's a guarantee. If it's a security vulnerability, then it's going to be fixed. But companies don't always immediately have the resources to allocate to fix that bug or even look at it. So what's going to happen is sometimes if your bug doesn't have as much impact, it's going to be put in the back of the queue with a little bit of a lower priority. And if there are a couple of high priority things going on, it might take a while before you get your money, before they get to validate it, before they get to actually fix it. So what I want you to do, if you really want to go full time, of course, Uncle Red can't stop you. I've tried to do it myself. I've been thinking about it, but I don't want to do that. First, test your skill. Make sure that you can consistently report bugs because you're not going to be getting consistent money. You need to at least consistently report bugs. And then there might be some gaps in between your payouts, but then you can think in a bigger time frame, like a 3-month period or a 5-month period instead of your monthly wage, because you're going to get periods where you're going to get quite a lot of vulnerabilities that at the same time get validated, and then you're going to have periods where nothing gets validated at all. So what's really important, and this might sting a little bit, be prepared to make a little bit less money than you make as a full-time bug bounty hunter, as a full-time employee, I mean, especially if you're from a Western country. Now, I know that people from countries like India, they have it a little bit harder and they don't make as much money, but especially people from like Belgium, from like America, for us, this money that we make for bug bounties, we'd have to report a serious amount of bug to even come close to what we make in our day jobs. And we also have to pay a bunch of taxes on it. Important, guys. If you find a vulnerability, make sure you check your tax laws and that you put aside some money to pay those taxes. Don't come into any surprises, guys. Bug bounty is, in my opinion, absolutely not exploitative of us. Guys, something you have to realize, companies don't have any contracts with us. We don't have to do this. They're giving us the opportunity to test our own methodology against them. That's really, really important to know. Really, really important. You're not being given a chance to find a bug. You're being given a chance to test if a target is safe. You're hacking on a live target, guys. This is a freaking privilege. Would you invite hackers to your platform, to your baby that you built? Would you invite hackers to it? Would you invite a whole world of hackers to that? I think you'd have a little bit of trouble with that. And the fact that we are allowed to do this on some of our targets is amazing in my opinion. So remember guys, you are not hunting for bugs, you're testing the target against your methodology. And it's a real product, and if you make it more secure, your target, you're going to get rewarded for it. So that's what you had to know about bug bounties. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.